Every single day, I see something new on Reddit that I've never seen before, which is people complaining about Instacart shaking the tree and getting people off the tree. Now, if you're a person that's worried about any updates that are coming, just know that they're going to continue to come. There's people that have been here for years, doing it for years, and I don't know if they want to get rid of the people who've been here for a long time, or maybe they just want to get rid of what they're doing. So I had no clue that people were, let's say you had 3 orders and one person tipped well, the other person tipped pretty good, but the other person didn't tip at all. People were calling into customer service and asking them to remove this person from the order. I didn't even know that was possible. I mean, that sounds like a great thing. So now they've posted a screenshot saying, this is from support, saying that they are now getting cancellation, like your cancellation rate is starting to go down, or go up technically, because you are doing this. And then below his comment was another person who was like, I've been doing this for years, it'll drop off, yada, yada, yada. And then the other person came back and updated their response to say, yeah, it did go off. Just know that that is going to be closed. I guarantee it. Maybe they haven't did it just yet, but I guarantee you they're going to get rid of that. Mainly because it's not fair to any other driver who is actually driving it, didn't know that that was even possible, that you can remove someone from a batch. That I can understand you can remove them, like if they say, hey, I don't want my order anymore, or whatever, or they didn't have the item that they ordered. But I've never heard of calling in and saying, hey, can we get this person off the batch because they didn't tip well. That's crazy. The algorithm attached them to this order for a reason. The reason why they did that is because they are horrible tippers and they're never going to receive their order. So it said, hey, we need to figure out how this person can still get their order, as well as this person over here. They're in a similar area. Let's join those two together and put it to this driver over here. It makes sense. So I didn't know you were able to call in and say, hey, I don't want this trip. Make sure you get this person off and keep this person on. I didn't know that was possible. But that's what people have been doing. And all these new features that are coming on here are not just to get rid of some of the old drivers. It's to get rid of some of those bad habit drivers that are affecting some of these new people by them knowing different things. I remember when I used to work for Sprint, and we used to make 40% commission selling cell phones in the mall. Now, we were third party, so obviously that's why we were receiving so much just for doing this job, but we were making crazy money. At the end of the month, whatever your number said, 40% of that would be yours. So the highest month I ever had was like almost $20,000. So 40% of 20, and then minus tax. So like basically, had they not taxed me, I would have basically got almost $10,000. But then they taxed me, and then like the tax rate is crazy at that rate, and then it brought me down to about, $3,500. Well, not 35. I'm sorry, more like $5,500 around there. But reason why I bring that up is because they go to Chicago and they talk to this lady and say, she's been there for years, and say, hey, how come you haven't decided to be a manager? Why would I be a manager when I make more than the manager? They heard that and they were like, wow, if that's how people are thinking, no one wants to become a manager, we need managers. So what we do? We shook people out. We say, you know what? 40% is going away. And they brought it all the way down to 10% because of that lady, because of her. So all it takes is one person to ruin everybody's fun. So all the people who were calling in and dropping off people like that, I didn't know that was possible. Those people are moving away, and they're trying to get metrics to get them out of here, especially if you're calling in. All you gotta do is make sure that their cancellation rate goes up, then you won't have to worry about that. And don't make it roll over. Those ones, don't make it roll over every 100. I feel like those ones should just stick. So that way you don't have people calling in when it goes down to like an acceptable rate, and you call in and remove this person, remove that person, remove this person. Okay, I'm a little bit too high. Then I'm going to go ahead and just, chill out. So to me, the algorithm is improving. It's not de-evolving. It's improving to get rid of some of the older drivers who have those weird habits like that to try and shake those people out of here. Ultimately, we've already had that thing what I'm talking about. It takes one person to mess everything up. The only difference between the one I was talking about and that right there is I don't know the person who messed it up, and neither do you. Unless you're that person, you probably still don't even know. That is what's ruining this. So all the people who are not picking up orders or trying to remove people or doing half orders and just leaving it at the store and saying, you know what, I'm quitting, I'm not going to do this. Or going off and dropping off someone's order in front of a building because you don't want to take the stairs. Bro, just know that you are what's wrong with all of the orders. All these updates, you're what's wrong with the updates. That's why it's going crazy right now. The updates are happening more and more. Every single month is going to be some kind of update. And they're only going to get worse, more tighter, more constricting, till they have all those people out. And then they might loosen it back up. But even if they do, there'll still be a set standard that has to be met to be able to affect it. Because right now, I feel like there's a lot of people being affected by this new shopper score thing. So if there's enough people being affected by that, and more people start dropping down and out of the thing, they'll undo that. Or if a lot of people start saying, you know what, we're gonna quit and we're not doing this no more, then yes, they will undo that. But the reason why they don't have to right now is because it's still early. They don't have the data of how many people have dropped off, how many people decided that they don't want to do that type of thing anymore, how many people dropped down from platinum tier, diamond tier to platinum tier, all of those things. Well, technically diamond tier to gold, and are seeing less and less orders, and they don't have anyone else to send it to. These are things that you got to understand are coming a part of the system. So you got to get it in, got to get locked in. Right now, my next thing is locked in until September. September's gonna come out like that, and if I'm not doing anything else, guess what? I need to be locked in to diamond tier for the next 90 days. So I've got to improve my shopper score. And if that's you, you've got to improve it as well. Don't stop calling and saying, hey, I need this person released because they didn't tip. Stop leaving their stuff in front of a building because you don't want to take the stairs. This job can be hard at times. It's like 95% easy and 5%, oh my God. Now, if you're in a snowy area or you're in an extremely high area, those are the most polar opposite places that I would say it's a little bit harder for us versus anybody who's just in a normal, like whatever. Like if you're in California and you're more towards the beach, it really doesn't matter. You're just really dealing with traffic and stairs and hills and bugs and spiders and taxes and gas. And I mean, the list can go on and on and on. But just know that we got to buckle down. If you want to stay in this stuff and you want to stay doing Instacart and this is something you like, we need to band together to do better. That's just bottom line. If you don't want to do better, I'm telling you, it's not going to be worth it for you anymore. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tomorrow will be the next video where I go unicorn hunting, and I need to hunt those unicorns, bro. And I got to stick to the rules, baby. Got to stick to the rules. So I'll see you tomorrow, all right? Peace.